when the government forced her family from their ancestral land 5 decades ago. Jubo Ram's family was promised money, new land and a job. Instead, they were dumped in an isolated part of the forest where trees grow, but little else.
They said we cannot live in our village anymore and broke down our houses and asked us to leave. We were shifted to different places before coming here. In our village we had farmland. We don't have that here.
These are the ownership papers for their long-lost land, their rich and fertile farmland now beneath this steel plant. The Indian government holds it up as a pioneering project, part of its effort to bring heavy industry to the country. To clear the land for construction, the government asked hundreds of poor farmers to make a sacrifice for the nation and leave their land. But it has since largely failed to honor its promise of compensation. This is no more than a failure story for the people who gave up their land for this beautiful city to come up. While in the books of Steel Authority of India Limited, Rourkela Steel Plant and the city is still a success story. In a government briefing document, the steel company says those who were displaced were provided with
compensation for the land, with employment being provided to one member of each displaced family.
But for those who lost their land, this list of compensation is largely fiction. And after 3 generations of waiting, anger is growing.
Why are we angry? Because they don't provide us with anything. They didn't give us jobs. What options do we have except to pick up guns?
The government dumped us here and haven't given us anything. That's why we want to join the Naxals.
I think the rehabilitation policy of the government of India has been largely profiteering. It has been unthinking. It has not been keeping with the basic principles of the Constitution in providing a livelihood to the people. And it is the source of many social tensions and political conflicts.
Critics say there will be more unrest and more recruits to the Naxal movement unless the riches of new industrial India trickle down, benefiting not just the country's elite and middle class, but all those who make it possible. Kamal Kumar, Al Jazeera, Rourkela in Orissa State.